You're charged with the offense of possession of controlled substance, penalty group 1 gram to 4 grams. That's a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Court is calling 2023 CR 6579, State of Texas versus Jordan Summers. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garrett, Your Honor.
Defense?
Glenn Payne for defense.
And are you Ms. Summers?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery in this case and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Summers, did you review and sign a document entitled Application for Community Supervision with your attorney?
Yes,
Did you
ma'am.
understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor, we're waiving count 1, proceeding on count 2 with this enhancement.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, state is proceeding on count 2. You agree that you've been previously convicted of a felony for purposes of enhancement.
Yes, ma'am.
Punishments be assessed at 10 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine. State recommends community supervision. They're taking in consideration NIMAG number 6827297374778. There's to be restitution to Live Oak for drug testing and to complainants and NIMAG numbers 6827297374778. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State.
It is, Your Honor.
Showing you the waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 10 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 250 hours community service restitution, no contact with the complainants, and NIMAG number 6827229 and 7874778. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offenses charged in count 2, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Is there anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, I've spoken to my client. She's currently has got a job. She's in my opinion, the right frame of mind to complete this probation successfully. Given the tools, she understands that she needs some tools and a little bit of help. And we're just going to court commander of the probation as he agreed to.
All right, who is Cody Ring?
That is an old friend from a few years ago. I don't
All right.
associate with them.
And where do you work? What do you do?
I'm a PCA at Northeast Baptist Hospital.
What do you do there?
I'm a patient care associate, so I take vitals and pretty much clean up after the patients. Specialize in nursing, and it's in the emergency room, so it's a progressive care unit is where I'm located. So,
all right, if you're drug tested today and know you're going to be drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
well, probably dirty.
Dirty for what?
Nothing.
All right, so I'm going to tell you what I have a problem with. And I think you already know.
We did discuss the possibility.
All right, because people who are using drugs really shouldn't be caring for vulnerable people. And I guarantee you, anybody who loves their relative, if they knew you were using meth, they would not want you taking care of them, be it drawing blood or anything of that nature. So she can't work there. She needs to get a job. I mean, is she telling that company, hey, I'm currently using drugs?
Of course not, Judge, but would the court consider doing drug test now? I mean, she's been working there 3 months and they've kept her on, and she does have a history. So they hired her and it is a very decent job. But
do they know that she's currently using drugs? Because the problem is, if she's using drugs and there are patients there that need drugs, then she could potentially end up taking their drugs. I'm not saying that that's what's happening. But people need to stop hiring people to be home health care providers, draw people's blood and do all of this when they have all of these things in their past and they're still doing the same thing. So her history, obviously she's a repeater, which means she's been to prison for drugs. And now she's coming out and she's picking up another drug case and she's currently using drugs. Did you just come from work?
No, ma'am, I'm going to work. Yeah, but not anymore.
So my role, I feel like my role, part of it is protecting the community. And I can't, in good conscience, have you being in the position that you're in with vulnerable people and you're using. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So when's the last time you used meth?
This weekend, the one that just passed, probably Saturday.
All right. It'll be more than Saturday if it's still in your system. Other than meth, are you using anything else?
Amen.
Okay.
So-
All right. Yes.
Pardon, just so would you consider allowing her to go and speak to her employee, maybe take a week off or have a clean drug test? Maybe they'll give her a week off to continue the position.
Oh, I mean,
And you can routinely.
I can't trust that. I mean, if they want to come in and say, we know that she's using meth, we know A, B, and C, I'll consider it, but I'm not inclined to grant it because somebody has to protect the vulnerable people in society. So, I mean, you can't use meth and take care of people. You can't use meth and take care of elderly people because they're vulnerable. You can't use meth and take care of children because they're vulnerable. All right. So this is what the court is going to do. Court is going to sentence you to 10 years in prison, suspended and probated for 10 years. And if you start doing well on probation, I can always consider different things. But wherever you work, they need to be given a heads up and given a true rendition of where you are in your life. You understand? So there's going to be a $1,500 fine. That will be probated. Proof of employment within 30 days, and your client was late for court today. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Take in consideration NIMAC number 6827229, 737478. There's to be restitution, if any, to Live Oak for drug testing. If you feel like they're asking for too much for that, we can have a hearing on it. And restitution, if any, in cause numbers, NIMAC number 6827229, 737478. We can do a TAP eval while out of custody. Whatever the TAP evaluation recommends, we're going to start with intensive outpatient treatment. And we can do a referral to felony drug court. They have a wait list, but maybe they're going to do a graduation soon. There is to be no contact with Cody King and the complainants, and NIMAC numbers 6827229, 737478. There's to be 250 hours of community service restitution. The court will not waive those hours. You need to do those hours. Field visits, one time per month until she's in treatment. And then thereafter, it'll be at probation's discretion. There's to be regular random UAs. And I'm going to want 90 sober meetings in 90 days. Probation, is there anything else she needs? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No.
I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Ms. Summers, I'm not trying to be cruel or mean to you by saying you can't work in that field. But if you think about it honestly, if you had your aunt or some relative that you loved, you wouldn't want somebody who's using to be taking care of them, right? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.